Right, here we go. You should see a bit better now. Put some light on in here. Right. Okay. So, excuse my head in here. Right. You're all the way up there. Hopefully you can still see. Now, all I've done is created a nice simple project called dopeNL Jingles. It's for my DJing. This is what I use this for. I've got two sequences. One is for simply plain black jingles. The other sequence is simply for playing back an intro that I'm going to create. I haven't created anything yet. All I've done actually on one track, obviously not this one, oops, sorry. On the, I've got a Pro Synth plugin. I'm using one plugin, and on that I've just got a little chord sequence, and that's the only thing I've recorded in the whole kind of playback function, you know, sequencing in the actual sequence itself. And that's the only thing I've recorded. Now, in the sequence track 2, which is the intro play, I've called it, I've got clips, custom ones I collected, clips track, dopeNL sample track. That's probably an easier way of seeing it. Jingles part 2, voiceover, and I created 2 more voiceover tracks, and that's the only different thing I did on this sequence compared to the other sequence. If I go to the other sequence, basically I just have, you know, four tracks, and that's clips. Whoops, gosh, this thing's so sensitive sometimes. I'm not even dodging it. I've got clip track and 3 program tracks, which is 2 drum programs and a normal program. It's actually, I don't think there's actually anything on that. Custom mixed, what is that? Oh, that's another clips. Don't know what that's doing there. That shouldn't even be there. There you go, and it's disappeared. Right, yeah, that's what I'm using on this part of the program. And then I've got an intro 2, which basically has the same clips, same. So cut, go back to new, don't save anything. Now I'm going to cover it an empty project, so there's nothing in here. Empty. I had to browse. Right, here's my little shortcut I created for internal drive. Basically, it's going to a project folder called Jingles. There's 2 there, so let's see if there's anything in there. Before, look, so there's no project saved. It saves the sequence, it doesn't save the programs, and it saves samples, but there's no programs in here because for some reason it just hasn't saved them, so this folder can be deleted. And project data 2 is another one I tried to save. Let's have a look. Right, it didn't save any project, it saved the 2 sequences, it didn't save any programs, and again, oops, it just saved samples because there's nothing else in there. There's an all in there. See what happens when we load all. Nothing went in there, did it? Yeah, so there's no programs in there, do you know what I mean? So that doesn't work. Go back to the beginning again, start again, new, don't save anything. Empty projects, browse. So there's nothing in the MPC SD drive, which isn't full up. There's still a fair bit of space. 7.4 gigabytes, you know, it's enough for a project for crying out loud. And why it's, do you notice how it's swapped position there? MPC and then internal, before it said internal then MPC.
Anyway, go to internal, what about now? I'll go to main and do that. No, see, it's changed.
Funny. Okay. Go to internal, go to my documents, go to projects. Gosh, it's because I've sorted it by modified date. Modified. MPC documents. Projects, there we go. Gosh, I was trying to think of what happened to that. MPC ONE, projects where I created Jingles. As you can see, there's a project program here. Oh, it is recording. There we go. Right, I've had to go back to the built-in microphone simply because the telephone started going, oh, I've got no battery left. This is the third time I've tried to do this video. So microphone's not being used. Alright, let's try now. Put the SD card back in.
I'm saving the project file to the SD card seems to be idle for whatever reason. So I put a new SD card in there and recreated the file structure I had, folder structure. It's saving, so do long ones. I'm going to have like 5 duplicates of the same piece and samples, because every time it does this it creates a new folder of project files. It has the same piece and files in it. Right, so let's go save as now. We're going to go to internal drive. Sorry.
Okay, this is another little test. I've got the microphone sitting up there. It's going to just put a new SD card in here with the synthesizers, expansions, I think, on there, MPC patterns, and pretty much it. MIDI files. But I left all the dopeNL stuff off there, all the jingle stuff, and it's going to try and load it from here and save it on the SD card. So let's go to empty projects, go to browse, go to internal, documents, projects, MPC EP1, I think it's inside there, Jingles, right, Jingles 2020, it says Jingles XP, see if it's got everything in there. It's just with the project, I think if it doesn't save the project, it won't save any of the sends and returns and stuff, and this seems to be project missing files. Why is it missing files? What files is it missing? It doesn't tell you what it's missing, but hey, let's have a look. For some reason the SD card comes up first. Bollocks. I have to create a whole new project and start again. Perfect. Cheers, AKAI.